Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Feral from Feral Vlogs, and today is March 26th, 2025. Sorry, I had to look up. The time is 5:05 p.m. and it is 57 degrees outside. Um, Yesterday I had my hip surgery and everything went really well. Um, the only hitch there really was when they had to do my IV. They had to stick me a lot of times. It wasn't unexpected though. Anytime I've had a blood draw or an IV or anything like that, it's always at least 2 or 3 times, if not more, because I have small veins and they roll. I don't know what all that's about, but the actual surgery and all that stuff, it was very easy. Waking up was a little rough, but mostly just because of the nausea. They gave me a patch that is behind my ear. It's like an anti-nausea. I don't know if you can. There it is. It's like an anti-nausea thing. Um, it's been helping, you know. The only rule of that was like you can't touch it, and if you do touch it, you need to wash your hands immediately because if you get any of it near your eyes or anything like that, they will dilate and stuff, and it's apparently like really serious business. So I've been very careful with that. So yeah, I've been at home resting. I am in bed, just chilling out and trying to make the best of it. They did give me some pretty good painkillers. I don't know if this is everyone's experience with them, but something I've noticed on reflecting my experience so far is they don't actually do that much to kill the pain. They just kind of make you not give a shit about the pain. I don't know if other people have had that experience. That's just kind of how I'm experiencing it. Which, I mean, it's better than it hurting and also me feeling really bad about it. Um, I've been on crutches. They're a little bit challenging. I'm not super good at them yet. But I'm also not really moving many places. Like, I'm going from my bedroom to the bathroom. And, like, I didn't walk. Well, I did, but on the crutches. I went through the kitchen this morning and meandered about a little bit, but I don't know. I feel very drained still physically. But other than that, I think things are going pretty good. I had a phone call with the nurse today from the insurance company. He just did like basically a little check-in. Basically, he was just checking in. He said that I sound like I'm doing really good, which I feel like I sound like I'm doing good too, considering one of the side effects of the patch is having hellacious dry mouth. It is no joke. Um, it's like real. It is really no joke. I noticed it a lot, especially like today. My throat's a little bit scratchy, but yesterday it was way worse. Um, I have a follow up appointment in 2 weeks, and at that appointment is when I will be essentially approved to go back to PT. And my last 2 weeks on crutches is I will be doing PT for that. Um, and basically, they just kind of get you back to where you need to be normally. Until then, I can only have like my toe touching the ground. The instructions say no more than 30 pounds like pressure on it, which means you can keep your toe on the ground, but you can't really put any pressure on it. And you just don't want to hold your leg basically up because that can also affect your healing and your muscles and stuff like that. So they don't want me standing like a flamingo or anything. Um, yeah, I've just been shaky cam. Sorry, shaky cam. Um, just kind of vibing, catching up on like my YouTube stuff, basically. Been watching a lot of commentary videos as I've been honestly this whole year that I've been off work. It's been commentary videos just to pass the time, really. I texted my boss last Thursday. Today is Wednesday. I have not heard from her since then. I don't know if I have a job at that establishment anymore. I'm really worried about it, to be honest. But it is what it is. I don't know if I'm protected under the FMLA for that or what the deal is. previously when we had talked, we had decided that we would put the idea of me coming back on, like, we're going to put this idea on a shelf until I could basically lift the flower delivery, which is 20 bags of 50-pound flowers that you stack from the floor up to like my chest height, one at a time. It's like once a week. So until I can do that, we're just gonna put it on a shelf. But like they didn't say I was fired or being let go or taken off the payroll or anything like that. So when I was like, okay, like we didn't know that surgery was even happening at that point. We thought that PT was gonna basically get me where I needed to go. So I told her about my surgery, and according to my phone, she never even opened the text. With that in mind, I'm thinking, so this is an idea that I've like toyed with over the past several years anyway. I am considering, like, well, if they did hire somebody else, or if they don't feel that they need me anymore, like, it's no hard feelings. I worked there for a long time, and I do feel like it would be nice to at least get a message back, but it is what it is. I've been seriously thinking about going back to school, to finish my degree. I have an associate's degree in fine art, but I would like to get my bachelor's. Um, I feel like a lot of the jobs that I've done haven't been art related, and I don't know that most of the jobs that I have throughout my life will be, but I really enjoy learning things. I loved going to school. Like, I have my own personal issues with academia in general, but at the same time, like, the camaraderie and the way that people grow in art school, like from getting critiques and things like that, I do feel like that can be very invaluable. And also, what I would like to do is I would like to get my bachelor's at a minimum. Like, the big dream is I would like to get a master's um, of fine art. I would like to potentially do minor in like textiles or fashion design or something like that, because like I do all my fiber art, like, and I do clothes and I do like some sculptural stuff, and I would like to really incorporate all that. Whereas when I was just starting out, when I was much younger, um, the only thing I really did was like illustrative drawing and a little bit of painting, because at the time my main motivation for going to school was working at the tattoo shop, and pretty much everybody at the tattoo shop had a degree in either fine art or graphic design. And it's not mandatory that you have something like that for the job, but multiple people that I talked to that had been in the industry for well over 10, 15 years, did say that it really does help to have that education. Um, so that's why I initially wanted to go to school. Now, part of why I want to do it isn't necessarily related to any one singular profession that I may or may not want to do. It's more like I just kind of want to do it for me because I think that I would like to do it. And basically, when she didn't respond to my message, like, I mentioned this in my last vlog too, like, at the time only a few days had passed, and now it has been basically like tomorrow will be a full week. That's a really long time not to message someone back if they're your employee that you still consider someone that you want to work for you. So I might just end up going back to school, you know, just to do it. I also don't necessarily, I don't dislike working in the food industry, but it is very demanding. Like, physically, mentally, and even sometimes emotionally. It can be a really hard business to work in. Um, I like working in the back of kitchens, but I don't know if it's really where my passion lies. I just know that I'm fairly decent at it. Like, I'm I'm good. Like, I've got good knife skills. I really put an emphasis. Part of this is because I did work in the tattoo shop and everything had to be so surgically clean. I am like really, really picky about kitchen cleanliness as well. So I know that I do good in these jobs, and I show managers things that they want to see when I work. But if I had my degree, like a slightly higher level degree, I might be able to get work doing something related to that. Maybe it's not the perfect job for me, but it might be like closer to something that I would have passion for. Um, you know, just thoughts like that. Oh gosh, my throat is really feeling crazy right now. Um, what else did I have to say? I swear, part of it, these meds, they're making me kind of forgetful. I'm not gonna lie. Um, so I'm staring at my. They gave me these barf bags to take in the car, and it's like a ring with like plastic, and it like stretches out long. And I like looked over, and I just saw these like two wadded up green things, and I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, oh yeah, those were my barf bags that I ended up. I didn't need them once I got home, luckily. The nausea really hasn't been bad. Let's see. I can't shower until tomorrow, I think, and I've had the bandages on. Um, they also gave me these very exciting compression stockings so that I don't get a blood clot, and these beautiful grippy socks. They're actually pretty warm. I don't hate these. I'll probably keep them for a very long time. And here is a sneak a peek of my bandages. They actually go all the way up pretty far. But like, I don't know, like my leg's really not that swollen, you know? So I feel pretty lucky in that way. My leg hasn't really, there's not really been any plasma, nothing out of the ordinary, which even a little bit of plasma or blood or whatever, like some is a little bit is considered safe and normal still, but I really haven't even had any issues at all. Nothing that it's I need to take note of. It's been going really easy, and I'm very, very grateful for that. I am hopeful for the rest of my healing procedure.